G'day everyone, Outback Outlaw here. So I'm going to do an interview today with old man Johnny Namayiwa. He's my father-in-law, but he's also kind of like my stepdad in cultural way. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Johnny and I'm going to ask a few questions and hopefully you guys enjoy what you have to hear. All right, so old man, what's your name?
My name is Johnny Namayiwa. I come from Arnhem Land, northeast of Darwin. I was born in Goulburn Island. Mabi Johnny Namayiwa. Kaning ron ka Western Australia ngawan ni. Ron ka ngat panayang maringayang jo jara ngaring at pingaw ngaring mai. Lan nature makaiba. Mabi dong aran Mardbal. Warruwi. Lang ron ka holiday gani. Kailangan naman nga orang Mardbal dan nuka yung ular no ay nuka jauh uyak jadi ngurin. Kailangan naman orang Mardbal. Adwa mangan. Baka parping balap. Bobo. I just said just saying hello to the family back at Goulburn Island, that I'm here at Western Australia, and I will get back to Goulburn when this COVID-19 will finish. Everything back to normal, and then I'll get back to my place, Goulburn Island. Thank you.
So is Goulburn Island just one island by itself?
No, we've got two islands, north and south.
And you were born on South Goulburn Island?
I was born at South Goulburn Island.
Okay. And what's the name of the community on South Goulburn Island?
Warruwi community.
What does Warruwi stand for?
Warruwi is just another name for Goulburn Island.
Okay. In which language?
Maung language.
The Maung language. So is that, how's that spelled? M-A-U-N-G?
Yes.
Yes. Right. So the Maung language. So just for the people out there, just wanted to ask you a number of questions and, you know, get your stories, where you've come from, those sorts of things. But one of the things that I did want to touch on from the last interview or from the last video that I did, I mentioned that you speak 7 languages. Is that correct?
Yes, I do.
Would you be able to tell the people what languages you speak?
Yes, I speak Maung, Unwingu, a little bit of Warruwi, Iwaja, a little bit of Galpo, and yeah.
And English?
And English, yes.
Do you speak Creole?
Not really.
No. So the language Walang, where's the language Walang from?
The language of Warruwi is comes from mainland, King Riverway.
Yeah. And are there very many speakers of Walang?
Yes, new generation, yes.
Yep. So is it an old language or a new language?
It's an old language.
It's an old language.
Yes.
And Awaja comes from which place?
Croker Island.
Croker Island. So Croker Island is also in Arnhem Land?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's at the tip of Coburg Peninsula. It's on the eastern side of Coburg Peninsula.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you understand a little bit of Brada from Manangrita?
No.
No. So there you go, people. There's a number of languages there that Johnny understands. I have trouble understanding one, but Johnny's got 7 in his bag of tricks, So does that mean that you're able to communicate with other cultures in the Northern Territory just by having a little bit of understanding of their language?
Yes. Yes.
And where did you learn Gulpur from?
At Goulburn Island, and sometimes I used to go to Milingimbi and then to Elko Island, and people used to talk to me in lingo, and that's where I understand a little bit of that language.
Do you find learning languages an easy thing to do?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you know, so that you can meet people, so that you can understand them what they're talking about, and yeah, make friends and by talking to them in lingo, and you know, understand your language, and I have to understand their language too. In that way, we create friends and make friends.
So the history of Goulburn Island is quite interesting. The history of the Northern Territory is quite interesting. I heard somewhere that before white man came to Australia, there were traders from Asia that came to the Northern Territory. Can you tell us a little bit about what you know about who those traders were and where they were from and what they were doing in the Northern Territory with Aboriginal people?
In Goulburn Island?
In Goulburn Island's fine, yes.
Well, the first people that was there was the Macassans, and they came over there to gather trepang, the sea slugs, and a lot of the people from there got together and working together to gather the trepang.
Yep.
And Macassans was the first people who got there before the white people.
How long ago was that?
Oh, I can't remember how long.
I read somewhere they've been trading with Aboriginal people across the NT for about 400 years.
Probably that's right.
Yeah, before white man came.
Yeah.
So when was the first white man that came to Goulburn Island?
Landed. It was 1916.
1916? And who was that?
It was Rev James Watson.
And what church was he affiliated with?
United Church.
United Church.
United Church.
So there's some people say, you know, I mean, we're doing this interview from Jarragon in Western Australia, and next to Jarragon is a place called Lombardina, and that's a Catholic mission. And some people have said to me in the past that sometimes when the church has come into the community, it's been a bad thing or it's been a good thing. What was the feeling of people in Warruwi when Reverend James Watson came to Goulburn Island?
Well, their feeling was, you know, it's just welcome him when he came in. They didn't get angry or anything, or saying white man coming into our island or on our land. They didn't say that. They was just happy when they see him, and went to pick him up by canoe from the mainland and brought him back to the island. And like, I didn't hear any stories about people getting wild. People was living right around the island, and the other tribes didn't get angry or anything. No, they just got together and then welcomed him when they got there, when the white man got there.
I heard that he rode his push bike up to Sandy Creek. Was that right?
I really don't know that story.
I read somewhere that he actually rode a push bike from Aompelli, Goombalanya, up through the bush up to somewhere there on the mainland, and then they came across and picked him up with the canoe.
Probably, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And on Goulburn Island where he landed, there used to be a tree that used to stand there, and that was called James Watson's tree. Was that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
there is a tree there.
Has that died now?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's died.
So 1916 was when the first white man came to the island. There's a church there in Warruwi that was built by local people. Is that church still around?
Yes, the church still there,
So
still
in
standing.
2016 there was a 100-year anniversary, is that right?
Yes, we had anniversary for the church for 100 years. And yeah, everybody, the old missionaries that been there all came in to celebrate. Yes, and it's still standing, still using.
So for you people out there, the church that sits at Warruwi is made out of cypress pine, isn't it?
Yes,
So it's made out of cypress pine, and the floor is shells from the beach, the corrugated iron roof. There's paintings down near the front where the altar is, and there's pews in the chair, and there are some graves next to the church itself. But yeah, it's still standing to this day, and it's gone through cyclones and all sorts of things, and it's still standing today.
it's still standing.
It's an amazing thing to see when you see that it's more than 100 years old.
That's right. Yeah, you know, everything that God's own never break. It's still
It's interesting to see that.